welcome to this week's angling vlog. This week you join me back on the banks of the River Ribble and we're in search of silvers on the stick float. So before we do get into this week's vlog, just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that leaves the videos a likes, enjoys the videos and comments on the videos. It really is appreciated, and thank you all for the support. I really do try and log in every week and reply to every comment. So if you do have anything about the video, drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to log in during the week and reply to the comment. So back to today's fishing, and as you can see, we're on the banks of the beautiful River Ribble. On a recent session that I'll put a link to at the top of the screen now, the river was low and clear and it was a very hard day, although we did have some nice perch and some dace. As you can see, the river behind me today is a much different prospect and actually more confident today than I was last week. There's a bit of colour in the river, there's a bit of extra pace. It's about 10 degrees today, which is balmy for February, but hopefully we can get one or two fish on the bank. So let's not waste any time, let's have a look at the swim, the setup and how we're going to approach it. So that is the swim we're going to be fishing today, and the beauty of rivers, 2 bank sticks and you've got a swim. That is the beauty of rivers, isn't it? We'll have a look at the side tray in a minute, but that is the swim we're going to fish. As you can see, plenty of cover. There's a bit of a downstream wind which hopefully won't pose us too many problems when I show you the line we're going to try and fish. Looking down here, you can see there's plenty of colour in the river, not too much. It's probably got that tea colour to it, which is perfect. The river today is going to be dropping during the day. They have given a bit of rain and there is a little bit of a tide during about 11 o'clock, which is just going to help to back the river up a bit. So yeah, looking forward today, really excited to getting out on the bank and hopefully getting 1 or 2 bites. So a quick look at the side tray. We've got plenty of white maggot, probably about 3 pints. We've got some of that Hinders hemp. I cooked that up last night. And regulars to the channel know I don't go anywhere without hemp. It really is my confidence bait. And today I brought some of the polycrumb from Hinders as well. And my plan is just to put a little bit in every now and again. Looking at the setup, I've gone with my 13-foot Corum Glide today. I've got that seamed up with a switch reel, and on there I've got 4-pound line. So when the river has got extra water in, obviously it has a bit more pace. So I've gone with a 1.8 gram float, and do like these floats, they've got a nice big shoulder on them that's going to help me hold back today and just edge the bait through the swim. I've got that down to a bulk shot of Dinsmore weights, and again that is just to get the bait down and let me edge it through the swim nice and slowly. We've got a 2-pound 6-ounce hook link, and that's down to a size 14 hook, and we're going to start on double maggot. So looking at the swim, you can see there's plenty of, weather going on it. We've got a downstream wind and plenty of ripple on it. I'm just going to start round about here, just nice and easy. There's around about 4 to 5 foot depth, just there. I'm just going to start feeding the maggots in there. We're going to put the hemp round about here, and when I say, to new people to the river, I always split it into lanes. So you've got the fast lane, the middle lane and the hard shoulder. Today we're going to be going just on the edge of the hard shoulder into the first lane, and it's this line here I'm just hoping to get the bites on. Like I said, it's going to start nice and easy, just literally rod tip. That's why I've set the 13-foot rod up today. Just going to flick over and just try and get that hemp. There's plenty of pace on the river today going down this inside, so that hemp's just going to wash down, and just going to edge that bait through and just hold back, just slowly, just edge the bait through the swim. At these early stages, just want to make sure there's no snags before I put any bread in and really commit. There's definitely fish. That's how you want to start the session, most definitely. And a dace. So that bodes well, and you can see it's come really close in. Really hard just trying to stay on that inside line today. Just hold that bait back and edge it through. There's another one. It's a great start to the session. You can already see there, that's just colour, while we're getting these bites straight away. Last week we were struggling, we were all over the place trying to get bites, and you can see there within the first 2 minutes of the session we've had 2 days. You can see there fish are just holding just down the swim a bit. You know, I expect as we continue to feed that hopefully these fish will move up. And what a lovely fish that is to start with. We had those dace and then the float's bedded with that lovely roach. So feeding wise, I'm feeding, you know, quite positively with the maggot every put in, making sure I put some maggots in. Every 2 or 3 casts I'm putting in a good pouch of hemp, you know, just to try and keep them in the swim and keep them grubbing about. And then probably every 10-15 minutes just putting a ball of that hinders crumb in, that aniseed smell, and you know, just squeezing it really tightly, throwing it in and just hoping that it breaks down as it goes through the swim. You can just see there now already them fish are moving up onto the bait. But the first bite come all the way down there, didn't it? And now, you know, we're getting the odd one. Just level with that tuft on the inside is where I'm hoping to draw them up to, just that nice distance down the swim.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light.
And that is a lovely dace. When they start on the tip of your finger and start going up your arm, you know it's a decent one. In lovely condition. If we can get quality like that, like I said before, we can have a really good day. And a regular feature of the last vlog was Mr. Perch. It's no surprise to see him now getting on their maggots as well. As the session goes, you just hope that there's no bigger ones about really. They are nice to catch, but when you're getting them dace, they do spook them. So on the vlog sometimes, I'm in the doghouse, and if you just want to know what it looks like, that is exactly what it looks like. That's Danny, and that's his partner when he gets in late from a session. So I've just done a live stream on Facebook, so if you're on Facebook, head over, give the page a like. There's loads of, you know, nice anglers on there and a dead friendly atmosphere. I'm just still getting these days, just coming just on the inside and really enjoying myself. So as you've just seen on that piece there, I'm getting plenty of bites, and you know when it's going well when I put the camera behind me and you can know you're going to get 1 or 2. But yeah, just really enjoying myself, just catching these days. You know, there's sometimes when you work 9 to 5, long days in work, and it's just good, you know, to be on the river, just chilling out. There's a cormorant getting his dinner downstream. He's just come up with a nice roach actually. So there's plenty of fish in the area. You know, there's been all sizes of dace really, and they have, you know, mainly been dace that we've been getting. And so you don't need too many of them to have a nice net. You just see there, just absolutely amazing fishing really. If you like stick float fishing, it doesn't come any better, just off the rod tip, just trotting down in a straight line and getting those bites. So when we're talking about hemp, and regulars to the channel know that it's one of my favourite baits, whether I'm targeting tench, carp, bream, it always makes up part of my armoury because it is a bait that I've got confidence in. But today's a classic example of why I bring it. Putting the maggots in here, and they're going to be falling through the water. The fish naturally will compete and move up, and what you don't want is the fish to end up here, you know, because they're hard to catch when they're in the foot of water. If the swim's 3 foot deep and they're in the top bit, they're very hard to catch. What the hemp does, it's heavy and it keeps the fish on the bottom down there, and that is because the hemp is just like me saying where I want to get the bites. It's me saying stay down there where I can catch you and just don't come up. And that's a lovely dace, that. Plump, ready to spawn in March, most definitely. Another one of those quality dace. Just coming in line with them maggots and the hemp and the bread. And a sea full of dace. I think that's a rudd. If you pop it in the comments below what you think it is. But to me, it's maybe a rudd roach cross. But yeah, whatever it is, it's quite rare today in a net full of dace. So into the afternoon now and picking up plenty of bites. And this, one of the quality dace that's coming to the net. You look at the conditions, typical of the Ribble, it's changed. That wind's got a bit stronger. There's a bit of drizzle. And always with the Ribble, it can be flat calm in the morning. Come the afternoon, completely different weather. These roach are like the jewels throughout the day. Just studded between the days. But when you get one, you get that lovely fight that only comes with a roach. So it has just gone a little bit quiet all of a sudden. And it was like a full stop in the swim. One thing you don't want to see is that the fish all coming up in your net, because it's a surefire sign that there's something at the bottom of it they don't want to be near, normally a pike. And we're coming towards the end of the session now, and just managed to work this shoulder dace now slowly back underneath my feet, and literally just going off the rod tip again and getting these dace. It's been a beautiful day on the bank. The weather for stick float fishing has been amazing. Overcast, it hasn't really rained, and it's been a bite of chuck. A lovely days to end the session on, and we'll take a look at that final net. And I'm really excited today to see what we've got in it. We've had plenty of bites, and I'm sure there'll be one or two fish in there. So that does bring the session to an end there now, and as you can see on screen, we had a fantastic day's fishing on the banks of the River Ribble. It's a session that does show how important colour is to a venue when you look how much we struggled the week before. I hope you've all enjoyed this week's vlog. It'd be great if you could like and subscribe. Tight lines in your own fishing, and I'll catch us all next week.